Friday. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. Listen, it's Friday. It's time to reset. I want to make something clear to you guys, ladies. In 2026, we will be building our business and generating income from the things that we already know how to do. Okay? If you're not doing that, meaning you are always on these apps but you're not getting paid, you're posting for free, you're going live for free, that's a problem and we have to fix it today. Okay? I also want you guys to understand this. Listen very closely. You should be getting paid while you are asleep. I am manifesting a life for you where you wake up every single day and you've already made money. If you're not doing that, we have to fix it today, okay? We are building wealth. We are going to leave the hustle culture. We're done with all of that, okay? So if you are not doing that, we have to fix it. I also want you guys to understand this. Good morning. You only need one digital product in your store, ladies. You only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know that? Because my digital product business changed mine. You guys, I've been doing this full time for 6 years. And when I first started, I lost 100 pounds. Okay, I changed the way I ate and I exercised and I fixed my mindset. So what I did was I turned all of that information into an ebook and taught other people how to lose weight too. And I sold it on YouTube. Okay, so you only need one product. But a lot of you guys overthink everything and you think you need 50 products in your store and it's not getting you anywhere. That overthinking has to stop. One product, okay? One product. Now, the reason why you're not doing it is because you live in fear. On this live, fear stands for fuck everything and run. Good morning, and that's what you're doing. You are so fearful of putting yourself out there and trying something new and people laughing at you. You are so fearful of getting your hopes up and failing. But that fear that you refuse to let go of is the same fear that is stealing your dream life from you. You already said you want to be that woman who is confident in herself, who follows through with the things that she says she wants for herself, who has boundaries and standards for her life, who keeps the promises that she makes to herself and who puts herself first. That's what you said you wanted. But every day, you let fear steal that dream life from you because you won't start, because you won't let go of fear. So, it is Friday morning. We're going to fix it today, okay? Not tomorrow, today. Now, what I want to know is who on this live, good morning, who on this live is tired of their own BS? You are tired of always starting and stopping. Good morning, you are tired of giving up on yourself. You are tired. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Maybe you're tired of lacking consistency and discipline. Maybe you are tired of feeling insecure. Go ahead and put me in the chat. I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. If that is you, go ahead and put me in this chat. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. You know you want an online business. You've been talking about it for years. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. And if you are new here and you've never seen my face before, good morning. Happy Friday. My name is Coach Jazz. And on this live, we are going to be building our online business. But not only are we building the online business, we are also going to be building ourselves, our mindset, our confidence, our consistency, our discipline, okay? Believe it or not, you're the one that's getting in your own way. You are the one that's holding yourself back. You are the one who has limiting beliefs. You are the one who puts other people first and never yourself. It is you getting in the way of you. So we have to fix it so that you can finally build your dream life. Okay, yes, yes. All right, you guys. Also, one more thing before we get started, make sure you guys interact with this live. The more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok will push this live to more women who are tired of their own BS. They was ready to quit 6 years ago, okay? They already got the resignation letter in the drafts, in the email, ready to hit send. So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others, okay? Also, make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. They make fake accounts and then they turn around and message you, okay? I expect you to take notes. I expect you to take notes. We're going to be talking about a lot, okay? If I know anything about you, you are human, which means you're gonna forget. You always do, because life, and stress stresses. But if you write it down, anything that I say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done, okay? So please make sure you are taking notes, and the key word of this live is execution. Okay, you're gonna hear me say this word about 1,000,000 times because I need it to stick. Ladies, we have to do it. See, a lot of y'all love to talk about it. You love to watch about it. You love to listen about it. You love to write about it, but you never do it. We gotta execute. Just like you execute at that job to get a paycheck. I need you to execute the plan to get the results. Okay? All right. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. So what is a digital product and how will we build our business? So a digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix. Oh, what happened to my music? Think of a movie on Netflix, think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession. It's all out in the cloud somewhere, okay? You are going to create something to sell. Something. And it could be anything. I just need you to sell it. Do not overthink. There is something that you already know how to do that you should be monetizing. I told you guys when I first started, I lost 100 pounds. So I learned how to eat right. I learned how to exercise and I put it in an ebook and sold it. And I promoted that on YouTube. So please think of what you already know how to do. And that's what you sell. And don't say you don't know how to do nothing because that's a bold-faced lie. You know how to do something, okay? You could even do an e-course. You could do workbooks and journals. You could do affirmation guides. Literally whatever you want to do, ladies, you can do. I just need you to do it, okay? Now I'm going to give you guys 2 apps. And these apps will change your entire life if you use them. Meaning, we have to execute, okay? If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Let's do an affirmation. I am capable of achieving my dreams. I am capable of achieving my dreams. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can, okay? I believe that the ideas that we have come from God. God does not plant seeds in environments that can't harvest them. If he even allowed you to think about it, that's because you could do it. But the problem is you won't let go of fear. So it still ain't getting done. Also, you guys, make sure you double tap the screen. This TikTok right here, double tap the screen. Interact. The more we interact with this live, you guys, the more this live will get pushed to more people. Same with you, YouTube. Make sure you guys are thumbs upping the live. And if you've never seen my face before, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Okay, so app number 1. I hope y'all are taking notes. Write it down, write it down. Write it down. App number 1. Oh, let me turn the mirror on. Sorry, TikTok. Canva. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay. App number 1 is Canva. Write it down. You will be using this app for everything, okay? Everything. So maybe you want to create content, but you want to have reels with your logos on them. You want some cute aesthetics. Canva has thousands of Instagram reel templates for you. Maybe you want to create a YouTube channel. I tell you guys every morning to get on YouTube and start your channel. Maybe today you're gonna listen. YouTube has thousands of YouTube thumbnails on there. And the thumbnails are just the pictures that you see before you click on the actual video. And they're very easy to create, ladies. You just drag and drop. It's simple, I promise you, okay? And maybe you do wanna sell an ebook, but you wanna make it look all professional and branded. Fine. Canva has thousands of ebook templates for you, okay? You just got to use them. Now, before we get into app number 2, I want to talk to the woman on here who lives in fear daily, okay? And you know who you are. And you're already saying things to yourself like, Jazz, well, I'm not tech savvy. I'm too old to start an online business. It's too late for me. Okay, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, ma'am. First of all, what I need you to understand is you woke up this morning, okay? Every single day that you wake up means that you were blessed with another opportunity to work on your goals. So, use it. Number 2, you are very tech savvy. Do not sit up on my live and tell me no tales. Take those lies somewhere else. Because you use technology every day. Because you are on your phone from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Don't lie. You are scrolling on these apps. You are commenting, sharing, and archiving. You are copying and pasting reels into text messages. That takes tech savviness. So, you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And number 3. What did we say a few minutes ago? You're gonna sell what you know. If you are older, that means you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom, which means you have a lot of things you could be selling. Okay? Very good. So I don't wanna hear it. I don't wanna hear it. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Good morning, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz and we are building our online business. I'm gonna teach you how to create the ebook. I'm going to teach you how to sell the ebook, but most importantly, I'm going to teach you how to build your mindset. You are holding yourself back. It is you versus you every single day. Your lack of follow through, your lack of confidence. Good morning, Cold. Your lack of consistency. We got to fix it and fast, okay? Also, you guys, make sure you follow me if you haven't already. They do steal my videos. And then they're going to turn around and message you and try to pretend to be me. Okay, so do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled. All right, let's do affirmation real quick. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. Don't you ever forget it. A lot of times we self-sabotage because we don't believe that we're worthy of success. We don't believe we're worthy of happiness. That's a problem. That is a problem. App number 2, ChatGPT. Write it down, write it down. This is AI, and you will be using it for everything. You and Chat are about to be BFFs for life, okay? So maybe you want to create content, but you're just not sure what kind of videos to make. Fine, ask ChatGPT, he'll tell you. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're camera shy. You just don't know what to say. Fine. ChatGPT will script the whole video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words. Maybe you do want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you how to create and sell this morning, but you just don't know what to put in the ebook? Fine. ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you. Now all you have to do is copy and paste it. Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business. But again, your fear is stealing that from you. The version of you who shows up confidently, who loves herself, who believes in herself, who follows through, who has priorities for her life, who's not running behind people who don't care about her, that version of you, she's not living in fear. We gotta let go of the fear, okay? Now, I gave you Canva and I gave you Chat. We're gonna put it together and write it, okay? If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you are not taking notes, tisk, tisk, tisk. Shame on you, child, because you're gonna miss all the tea. Because one thing I know about you is you're human. Good morning. And because you're human, you're gonna forget. You always do. But if you write it down, anything that I do forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done. The key word of this live is execution. We can't keep talking about it. We have to do it. You gotta do it. You can't just watch it. You have to do it. Okay, so take notes so that you can. All right? Very good. You're gonna open up chats. In the search, you're gonna write this down. Good morning, thank you. Write this down, here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Y'all better be writing this down. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put "got that" in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Ladies, closed mouths do not get fed. How can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? Because you're gonna forget, remember? Also, don't wait 10 minutes into the live and ask me to repeat prompt number 1. No. Just like I need you to have boundaries for yourself, I have boundaries for myself. The answer is no. I'm not gonna repeat it. Why? Because you could have had it repeated now. But you chose not to, which means you don't really care. And that's fine. You don't have to. But then if you don't care, why should I? Oh, okay. Y'all got that. Come on, I need a few more got that's. I see you watching. Let me know you got that. While I wait for another got that. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. Good morning. My self-worth, thank you, shows my self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. Well, how do I show love to myself so I can have self-worth? You're gonna start putting yourself first. That's how you're gonna do that. When you put everybody before you, you are subconsciously telling yourself that you're not worth it. So we have to change that. We're gonna change that by putting ourselves first. Do something for you. Go take some steps. Go eat something healthy. Go drink some water. How about we get 8 hours of sleep so we can be well rested tomorrow? Okay. And that's how we're gonna build self-worth. Okay? All right. Y'all got that. Very good. Good morning. Before we move forward, I need you to write this word down. This says consistent. Write it down. And then after you write it, I need you to underline it. And then I need you to circle it. Because in 2026, we're going to lock in on the true definition of the word consistent. Because a lot of y'all are confused. So let's go ahead and unconfuse you. See, some of y'all think consistent means once in a while. Some of y'all think it means if you feel like it. Some of y'all think it means if you have time. No. No. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, then I need you to be working on your goals, bare minimum 4 out of the 7. Ladies, we have got to get consistent with our goals if we want to get the results. Don't you have to consistently go to work in order to consistently get a paycheck? Yes. Yes. For my girlies on here who have lost weight, I lost 100 pounds. You know this to be true. Don't you have to consistently eat less food and consistently move your body in order to successfully lose weight? Yes. Yes, you do. The same applies to your business. Thank you, vacation. We have got to be consistent if we want to get the results that we're looking for. There's no way around it. Now, let's make it easy because life is hard enough, right? Life is lifing and the stress is stressing. And sometimes it is hard to be consistent. So we're gonna make it easy, okay? I want you to focus on doing things that you actually like to do. When you do things that you like to do, it is so easy to be consistent with it because it doesn't feel like work. And when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to get it done. It actually starts to be something that you look forward to doing all the time because you genuinely love what you're doing. I want you to go down the list that ChatGPT gave you, thank you, and pick something off of the list that you actually like. Something that you would not mind talking about all the time. I want you to talk about it so much you drive your husband crazy. That's how you know that's the idea for you. When you do things that you enjoy, you start to feel good about yourself. And you will carry that same feel-good energy into your day-to-day. See, when you feel good, you do good things for you. You start putting yourself first because you believe that you're worthy of it. You stop tolerating bullshit from other people because you stop tolerating it from yourself. Oh. So I need you to choose a business idea that you actually love to do because now you're going to be consistent with it because you truly enjoy it. Okay? Ladies, when you live life in purpose, you have purpose, you get up every day doing what you love to do, you get a whole different energy about you. You have a whole different mindset about you. So we're gonna build that because I want that for you, just like I have it for myself. So please do yourself a favor. Now, if chat gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more and just keep asking until it gives you something that you love. Ladies, for those of you guys who have lost weight, you know this to be true. Isn't it easier to consistently eat healthy foods when you choose healthy foods that you actually like? Yes. Yes, it is. Isn't it easier to consistently stay active when you do activities that you actually like? Yes, I love weightlifting. That's why it's so easy for me to weightlift consistently because I love lifting heavy stuff. Maybe you love Zumba, so then do that. Just get active, okay? And be consistent. Cool. Now, before we move forward, I need you to write this down. This is critical. This is critical. Do not, if you don't remember nothing else I say, remember this. Money flows where energy goes. I'm going to say that again. Good morning. Money flows where energy goes. Ladies, it is 2026. It is the year of alignment. It is the year that you're going to start putting yourself first. If you're anything like how I used to be, you give your energy to any and everybody. You're giving all your energy to your spouse, boyfriend, sneaky link. You're giving all of your energy to your kids. You're giving all of your energy to your parents and your family. You're giving all of your energy to your job and your coworkers. You're giving all of your energy to your friends. You're giving all your energy to celebrity drama. And by the time you sit down to do something for yourself, you don't have any energy left because you gave it all away. And that's why you feel frustrated and depressed and anxious because you keep giving all of your energy out. You are an energy vending machine. And half of the people that you're giving all this energy to, they don't even reciprocate it back to you. That's why you feel drained. So, we're going to do something new. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your business. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself for once. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit there and listen to her problems. You have your own. It makes you human. That's normal. I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. No, I cannot loan you any money. That is money I could be using for my business. No, I cannot give you a ride because that is time taking away from what I could be doing for myself. No, I cannot sit here and listen to your problems. I have to fix my own. The answer is no. And it's a complete sentence. You don't need to explain anything to anybody. I want you to start giving out more no's than yeses because money flows where energy goes. So if you start keeping more of your energy to yourself, now you actually start making money. Okay? I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Y'all good on all that? Good morning. Yes, let's go, let's go. Okay, so you're gonna hit enter on ChatGPT. She said, and I need to hear that. Good, good. Money flows where energy goes. Make sure you write that down, okay? All right, once you choose your digital product idea, you will then put this into chat. Write this down. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook, thank you, that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Hello, if you got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths do not get fed. Ladies, we're also setting boundaries. Just like I want you to have boundaries, I have boundaries too. Let me know if you need it to be repeated now. Do not wait 10 minutes down into the live because the answer is no. Is no. Because you could have asked me to repeat it now, but you chose not to, which is fine. But that just lets me know you don't really care. And since you don't care, then why should I? Make it make sense. Let's do an affirmation real quick. I have the strength to overcome any setbacks. She said, I'm on it now. Good. I have the strength to overcome any setbacks. Let's go. Let's go. You can get through it, but you got to do it. Okay. Now we're going to hit enter. I wrote the ebook last night. Very good. I'm on Gumroad trying to publish it. Thank you so much, Anna. Very good. You're going to hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business because chat wrote the entire ebook for you. Now all you have to do, ladies, is copy and paste. That's it, okay? You will copy what chat gave you and you will paste it into Canva. So open up Canva in the search, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's gonna give you thousands of templates. Pick your most favorite one. And they are all 1000% customizable. You can swap out colors, fonts, pictures, anything you want to do, okay? You will copy and paste. Now to my ladies on this live who overthink from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed, I want you to write this down. This says KISS, K-I-S-S, and it's an acronym that stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple. Stop overthinking. It's not getting you anywhere. Haven't you noticed that? Keep it simple, silly, okay? Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it. That's it, okay? When you are done copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file. Good morning. I hope you guys are taking notes. Download it as a PDF. Remember the keyword of this live is execution. We gotta execute or it ain't gonna get done. Once you have copied and pasted, you've downloaded it as a PDF, you will upload it to your hosting site. Write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are plenty more, and you only need to choose one of these. Stand Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. If you've got all of that, go ahead and got that in the chat. If you need for something to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz and we are building our online business. Most importantly, we're building ourselves because you get in your own way. You're holding yourself back. All of the excuses that you have, all of the tomorrows that you talk about, all of the I can'ts that you say, all of the I'm afraid to fail that you convince yourself of, that's you. That's you. You're doing this to yourself. You don't even believe in yourself. You don't even believe in yourself. Some of y'all don't even think you're worthy of happiness. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay? All right, y'all got that. Very good. Now, let's move forward. So, let me tell you this. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is that they can teach you what to do, yes, execute, and what not to do, all from their own personal experiences. Ladies, I have been doing this for 6 years. Started during COVID, okay? Made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, laptop, and some Wi-Fi. But I would be lying if I did not say I also made a lot of mistakes. Yes, lots, handfuls, okay? This is the biggest advice I can give to you, whether it's in your personal life or with your business. Ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. We gonna talk about it. Because you're trying to glow up. You're trying to become your dream version. The version of you that's confident, the version of you that's consistent, the version of you that doesn't tolerate bullshit from others or herself, the version of you that puts herself first. That version, yeah, well, she also has a handle on her finances. Let me tell you this. Your problems only get worse until you fix it. They do not just magically go away. I never used to understand how somebody could make so much money and be so broke until I lived it. See, when I had my 9 to 5, I thought I was paycheck to paycheck just because I didn't make enough money. And so I took those spending habits that I had from my 9 to 5 and just carried them into entrepreneurship. I just made more, so I had more to spend. Failing to realize it wasn't that I didn't have enough money coming in. It was that I didn't have a budget. I was living above my means and repeating the rat race cycle over and over and over again. It just got worse until I fixed it. I had to change. I had to create a budget and stick to it. I need you to know how much is coming into your house versus how much is going out. We have got to get a handle. Stop ducking and dodging your checking account and fix it. And the reason I am telling you this is because you are stepping into entrepreneurship, correct? Yes. Well, I'm not going to sit here and tell you no tales. I'm going to tell you the truth. These hosting sites have fees. There are fees. And don't sit here and say you can't afford the fee, because that's a lie. Because you are at Chipotle every day, spending $25 on a bowl because you want extra chicken and queso. You are at Chick-fil-A and you are on TikTok Shop. Order it. Just spend it. So I don't want to hear it. These hosting sites have fees too. Now, I use Stand Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is expensive. Stan is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making that yet, okay? So if you're brand new to all of this, no, Stan Store is not for you, no. Instead, I want you on Gumroad, Gumroad, because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale, okay? They charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it, okay? That's a great place to start. Now, what I do know is you are going to make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes. You're asking questions, and you promised me that you were going to execute. So when you do start generating income, then I want you to come to Stan, because Stan has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Let me tell you about what's going on in the world of finance today in 2026. Buy now, pay later. It's taking over. It's taking over. Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Affirm. They got so many now. It's taking over. People are using buy now, pay later more than they're using their credit cards. And no, it is not just for poor people, because six-figure earners are using buy now, pay later too. And if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, you will make more. But for now, you will just start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad, you will build your business. Once you start making more, then you will transfer everything over to Stan later, okay? That's how we're gonna run that. Now, what we just did was make the ebook. That's what we did. We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we made the ebook. Well, now we gotta sell it. We have to sell it. And I'm gonna be honest, sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half. So we gotta get this part right, or respectfully, there's no business. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear to you. Ladies, that process of copying and pasting and making that ebook should not take you longer than 2 hours. 2 hours. Honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1, but I'm gonna give you grace, and I'll give you 2. And on this live, age ain't nothing but a number. I don't care how old you are. Doesn't matter. What you're not gonna do is try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words that AI wrote for you and paste it into a Canva template. You copy and paste reels all day long. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, this is how I know. You're trying to be a perfectionist. Let me guess, everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You are the woman who's gonna waste 6 months of her life that she does not get back just to overthink a brilliant idea that you have. And then when you do decide to get started, you're gonna take things out, put things back, you're gonna get frustrated, overanalyze, have OCD, and then give up on it completely and let 3 more months go by that you never get back. Then when you do decide to get started yet again, this time you're gonna go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, they don't even run a business. And these aren't even people that you would trade lives with. But for some reason, their opinion means so much to you. And then when they give you their opinion, you listen and you care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste time that you will never get back. Bless your heart. Poor thing, just bless your heart. Listen, been there, done that. Listen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes that's just what I do best. And I need to hold your hand very tightly when I say this to you. Brace yourself. You are not perfect. No, you're not. You are flawed. But that's okay, because I'm not perfect either. I am flawed. We are all perfectly imperfect. What you really are is scary. You're still living in fear. And on my live, I said fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant idea because you're so fearful of failure. You're so fearful of trying something new. You're so fearful of people laughing at you, people talking about you. So you just hold all this fear and you don't do anything. And if you want to dig even deeper into that, the reason why we have the fear in the first place, the reason why we make excuses and the reason why we procrastinate is because we are self-sabotaging. This is all forms of self-sabotage. This is you. This is you doing this to yourself. It's not group sabotage. This is self-sabotage, self-inflicted. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we have fragile little egos. And we are so terrified of feeling disappointed if it doesn't work. You are terrified of trying something new and it failing. So you self-sabotage to protect your ego from feeling disappointed by making excuses, by procrastinating, by continuing to hold on to toxic ass friends who ain't doing shit for you. Because you're afraid to feel disappointed if you do something different. But that's not working. It's not getting you anywhere. Because the business is still not businessing. The content is not contenting. Sales ain't sailing. No. Confidence, -50. Self-respect out the window. You let people talk to you crazy and you talk to yourself even crazier. The plans that you have don't follow through. That's not working. So we have to fix it. You already said that you hate your job. You already said that you are tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. You said you were tired of not having confidence in yourself. You said you were tired of constantly giving up. That's what you said. But every day that we still live like that, we are still disappointing ourselves because there are still things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. So it's still a disappointment. So we have to fix it. I want to help you fix it. But how can we fix it if you keep doing what you're doing? We're trying to bring more money into the house so you can stop living paycheck to paycheck. Fine. Well, how can we build a business if there's no products? How can customers buy your stuff if there's no stuff? They can't. So you're gonna have to launch the product. How can we build confidence in ourselves if we keep giving up on ourselves and not following through with the promise that we made? We can't. So you have to launch. You said you were going to start a business, so do it. Keep the freaking promise that you made to yourself. That's the only way it's going to get fixed. So I need you to understand and understand that the more you do something, the better it gets. But it will never be perfect. The more content you create, the better it will get. The more products you launch, the better they will get. But nothing is ever going to get better if you don't start with what you have. Now I just came in here and got body slammed. Good. I'm about to body slam you again. All of our favorite businesses that we spend our hard-earned money with today have gotten better along the way. Look at look at Netflix. Netflix did not always have a fancy app. They were not always doing pay-per-view with WWE. They didn't always have comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle, please. And they definitely didn't have their own original movies and series. Before COVID, you used to have to go on their website and type in netflix.com into your browser. you had to make a list of the movies you wanted to see. And these were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD off of your list. You could watch that DVD as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for the next movie off your list, you had to mail that movie back. They didn't wait to have all the money. No. They started with what they had. And they launched. And as they continued to run their business, the business got better along the way. So I don't know why you want to be above Netflix, but let's bring it on back in. You will launch with what you have. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Listen, I already know I'm not the coach for everybody. I have accepted that because most people don't want to hear the truth. But I believe the truth will set you free. So I'm going to tell you the truth. See, when you get off of work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. When you do have time off from work, like the weekends, you could work on your business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you made to yourself, but no, you'd rather not. You'd rather binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours, getting nothing done. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business, reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself. But again, you'd rather not. You would rather scroll social media for hours, sharing them back and forth in the group chats, laughing and kikiing. And the reason why we have all of these distractions is because we're trying to escape. This is escapism. And the reason you're trying to escape is because there's things about your life that you're not 1000% happy with. And instead of you just being a grown woman and fixing it, you'd rather run from it. You'd rather distract and try to escape. But let's take a new path, because that one isn't working, obviously. So let's switch some things up. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So let's do something different to get different results. Instead of trying to escape a life that we are not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? So this is what you're going to do today. No, not tomorrow. It's already 2026. You said new year, new you. Fine. So let's do it today. You are going to turn the TV off. Put the phone on do not disturb. Tell your friends you will talk to them later. You're building your dream life. You are going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks, because you get distracted there. You're gonna sit down at home. You're gonna start the ebook and you're gonna finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week, because we already know how you do. You don't come back. You never do. You're gonna start it and you're gonna finish it. 2 hours, all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, then go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, ain't no point in talking about sales if we don't have anything to sell. Good morning, and happy Friday. It is 2026. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our online business. Thank you, just came. Very good. Let me see some more clears in the chat. The more we interact with this live, thank you, the more we like, comment, and share, the more this live will get pushed to more people. Believe it or not, a lot of women, they fed up at their job too. They already got the resignation letters in the drafts. They're just waiting to hit send, okay? So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. Now, I told you guys a few minutes ago, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half, okay? So we gotta get this right or there won't be a business. But I'm gonna be honest, most people fail at sales. They fail here. But before you run away and say, oh my God, it's because it's so hard. No. Honestly, sales is not hard. Sales is easy. But people's mindsets and the things that they think about sales is what makes sales so hard for them. So in order to sell something, we have to fix our head when it comes to sales. See, some of y'all think selling is, well, I don't want to talk about my product too much and people unfollow me because I'm being annoying. I don't want to talk about my product too much because I don't want people to think I'm begging them for money. I don't want to be doing too much. I don't want to come off desperate. Okay. We got to fix this. First of all, what I need you to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. That's it. People have a problem. You have a solution. You're not begging anyone for anything. So stop saying that. Number two, ladies, you don't have a choice but to talk about your product consistently because people will forget. Ladies, people are living their own lives. They got their own problems and they are being bombarded with content from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed every single day. People will forget. You have to consistently remind them about your products and services so they can even begin to remember. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes? Because I already know you're gonna forget. You always do. So why would that change now? Why do you think I keep telling you the keyword of this live is execution? Because I need it to stick so that you remember that you have to execute. You have to remind people about your products and services consistently so that they can remember that you exist. Because if you don't, they will forget. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are, okay? We are all well aware. We got the memo. And most of us are Prime members, meaning we pay a monthly subscription to get 2-day delivery, 1-day delivery, and same-day delivery. So they are getting most of our money already. And despite that, Amazon still reminds you consistently that they exist. How? Those Amazon trucks that you see on the road all day. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing the trucks. They didn't have to paint them blue and put their logo on it. They could have left them white, but they didn't. Why? So that every time you see one of their trucks, which is all day, you think Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood or a mailroom or go into an office suite without seeing Amazon packages everywhere. They could have left those cardboard boxes blank. They didn't have to put anything on the packing tape. But they didn't. They put their logo on it. Why? So that every time you see one of those packages all day long, your brain thinks Amazon. Do you really think Amazon is concerned about being annoying? Do you really think that they're afraid you're going to unsubscribe from Prime? Please. They know you're not going nowhere. Because they know they have a solution to your problem. You're lazy and you want convenience. We all do. Cool. They got you covered. And they're still going to remind you all day that they exist. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been on the internet for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. I'm all over the world. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently telling people about Glow Up Academy and not worrying about being annoying or people thinking I'm begging them for money or people unfollowing me because I'm doing too much? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. That's how. People want to build their online business. I teach them all inside Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to become more confident in themselves, become more disciplined and accountable, and follow through with consistency. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to become their dream self, set boundaries and standards for their life, and stop letting people walk all over them. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about who thinks I'm being annoying. If they unfollow me, fine. They weren't ready to glow up, and that's okay. They'll come back when they're ready. They always do. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you're going to have the same energy with your products and services. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Friday. It's early, but we are up. Let's do an affirmation. I trust myself to navigate through this. I trust my sales to navigate through this. Sales is easy. Sales is easy. Change my perspective. Let's go. We got to change the way we think. Let's go. Let's go. Let me get some more 1s in the chat. Also, to you guys, I want to address the elephant in the room, which is failure. Some of y'all are so afraid of failure. You've been wanting to start a business. You've been wanting to do all these things. But that word failure terrifies the hell out you. But the crazy thing is, a lot of y'all are confused as to what failing even means. See, some of y'all think failing means you launch your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. And some of y'all really believe that if you post TikTok videos for a week and you don't get 10,000 followers, then you failed. But that's not failure. See, failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel. When you say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. Well, then that is when you have officially failed. But if every single day you just keep showing up, just keep trying, just doing something a little bit different from yesterday that you did today, that's not failing because you're still showing up. You're still committed to it. And eventually you will get the results that you want. See, the real problem is you're entitled. As a society, we are all entitled. And sometimes you don't even realize how entitled you are. You have pulled a number out of thin air, and you have convinced yourself that if it does not happen in this time frame that I feel entitled to, then I failed. But my question is, who told you that's the time frame? Nobody. That's some crap you made up. As long as you keep going, you don't fail. To my ladies who have lost weight, I've lost 100 pounds. You know this is true. If you consistently eat less food and consistently move your body, won't you eventually get to your goal weight? Yeah, you will. For those of you guys who are trying to fix your credit, if you consistently pay down your credit card balance and consistently pay your bills on time, won't you eventually get to your credit score goals? Yes. Yes, you will. Business is no different. Content is no different. Any of your other goals is no different. If you consistently keep showing up, you will eventually get to the results that you want. You always do. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay? Good. So I don't want to hear nothing about nobody failure. That word does not exist on this live. There's no such thing as failing. Stop giving up on yourself. Then you won't feel like you failed. Okay, sales tip number 1. Y'all better be taking notes. Content is king and distribution is queen. Content is king and distribution is queen. Okay, so we're gonna break this down so it makes sense. Content is king. Let's start up here. Okay, listen. The way that we're gonna get out the word about our products and services is through our content. So when we post pictures, reels, go live, record YouTube long form videos, all of that is content, okay? Content is king because we have to post content consistently. Remember, because if we don't post consistently, people will forget. So content is king. We have to be consistent. Remember, I said consistent means more often than not. So if there's 7 days in a week, then we need to be posting at least 4 out of the 7. But before you guys freak out and run away, we also said we're going to commit to just doing things a little bit better than the day before, right? So for my ladies on here who aren't posting at all, fine. Maybe you're camera shy, okay? Well, we're gonna start small. What I want you to do is just be in front of the camera and record yourself for 30 seconds multiple times throughout the day. Not to post, just to be in front of the camera, get comfortable talking to the camera. And don't tell me you don't have time, because if you're watching this live, that means you have time. Okay. I want you to do that multiple times a day, just for 30 seconds, getting comfortable in front of the camera. Once you're comfortable in front of the camera, now we're gonna commit to posting one 30-second TikTok video. Once a week. Just once a week. 30 seconds, that's it. Once you get comfortable with that, now we're gonna up it to 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. Always remember, we crawl before we walk and we walk before we run, okay? Now, the distribution is queen part, let's break this down. Not only will you post content consistently, I also need you to be building at least 3 platforms. We gotta build 3. Well, why 3? Because 1 is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. Ladies, if they laid you off on Monday, what would you do? You would be freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it like they did this time last year, what would you do? You would be freaking out like all of the other TikTokers who only had a TikTok account. Ladies, I teach my students, we have got to stay proactive so we are not reactive. In other words, we gotta stay ready. Now, which platform should you grow? It's up to you. You got a lot of options. I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously, you love this app so much because you always hear, and then just choose 2 more. Now, I am gonna give you some words of wisdom in case you did not know. YouTube is the most watched platform. Yes, a lot of y'all think it's TikTok. Bless your heart, bless your heart. No. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. There are more people watching YouTube than any other platform. So I always urge and encourage my students to please start your YouTube channel. Everybody's over there, so you need to be over there too, okay? Now, before we even get into sales tip number 2, good morning, I want to talk to the woman on this live who's still holding on to fear. and you know who you are. You're quiet right now. You're not really saying too much. You're taking your notes, but you're not really asking questions. Because deep down inside, you're saying things to yourself like, Jazz, this sounds really hard. You're telling me to post consistently. You're telling me to make an ebook from scratch. You're telling me to make a YouTube and build 3 platforms. I want to. It sounds amazing, but I just don't think that I can. Okay. Well, before you run away, like you always do, just listen. What I want you to know is this. I can't convince you of anything. And I'm not even gonna try. I don't have the ability to. So if you want to believe that posting consistently is hard, then fine, your feelings are valid. You're right, it's hard. If you want to believe that making an ebook from scratch that ChatGPT wrote for you, that you can paste into Canva templates that are pre-made is hard, then fine, you're right, it's hard. If you want to believe that building multiple platforms at once is hard, then fine, you're right. It's hard. But let me remind you of this. The life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you're so stressed and not happy with the direction life is going for you right now is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Consistently giving up on yourself is hard. And you do that every day. And that's what fear will do. And you let it. See, fear will convince you that you can't do shit. And you let it. But look at what you're already doing. That's hard. Being sad is hard. Being stressed is hard. And something else that I noticed that I used to do and a lot of women do, we never, ever want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. We never look at everything that we have accomplished that was so hard and we got through it. You never tell yourself, congratulations. When was the last time you told yourself that you're proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. That's the problem. That right there. Life's for everybody, right? Nobody's life is perfect. And there were times in our life that we did not think we would overcome it. I remember when my grandma passed, I did not think I would be able to overcome it. How could I live without her? Here I am, 10 years later, still living without her. There were things that took place in your life. And in those moments, they might have even been your darkest moments. You didn't think you would make it, but you did. You did. Here you are right now. And you are letting fear convince you that you can't do this. You are letting fear convince you that you don't have the ability to record a 30-second TikTok video and hit upload. You are letting fear convince you that you can't copy and paste some words. Some of y'all are damn near superwoman. Nobody could walk a mile in your shoes, and you walk 50 every day, and you're still doubting your ability to do this. That's what I'm talking about. It's lack of confidence. The confidence is out the door. No self-belief at all. But you have proof as to how capable you really are, but you don't want to look at it. And that's what fear does. Year after year, fear steals your dream life from you, and you let it. And I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you, still showing up, building their business. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, and they're still showing up, building their business. There are people on these apps who live in hospital beds because they're always sick. Cancer, sickle cell. And despite all of that, they still show up, building their business. There are people on this app who have lost it all. They lost their job. They lost their house. They might even lost their car. But they didn't lose hope. And despite the whole world on their back right now, they are still showing up, building their business, giving it all they can. Now let's be honest. Some of y'all ain't got half them problems. Some of y'all might, and I'm gonna give you grace. Okay. But some of y'all don't. Some of y'all sitting real pretty. Things might not be perfect. They never will be. You might have a complaint here or there, but for the most part, you know you're blessed. You know you are blessed. And you still don't think that you can do this. And that is the problem. We have got to fix the lack of confidence in the room because it is stealing everything from you. And you let it. And listen, my online business changed my whole life. I've been doing this for 6 years, full time. Started during COVID. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I now have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every day doing what I love to do. I have confidence now. I really believe in myself. And I always keep the promises that I make to myself. But before this, before COVID, no. I lived a completely different life. I was depressed. I was overweight. I had anxiety. I was miserable. I was an alcoholic. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us, but I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year degree, get a good job with benefits and stability. I'll be able to travel a couple times a year. I'll be able to buy a house in a nice neighborhood, start a family, make more so I can save and put into 401k. And then when I retire, when I'm too old to work, I can live the rest of my years in peace, just doing what I love to do. That's what they said. So I believed it. I went off to school. My friends went off to school. My mom told me to go off to school. I graduated high school and I went off to college and got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. Got my first full-time job. When they called me and offered me the position, you would have thought I hit the lottery. See, I thought I was about to be rich. I was 23 years old, okay? I was gonna be making $60,000 a year. I had benefits, so health insurance, PTO, all of the things, okay? So I'm really thinking I'm rich, I made it. So now that I'm elevating my new life, I decided I wanted to move out of my mom's house because I was sick of her rules. I was ready to do my own thing, be a grown woman. So I went out and got my own apartment, but I didn't stop there. We listen, we don't judge. I told you guys I had really bad spending habits, okay? So I did what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand. It got me from point A, B, C, D, E, and F, G, and H. But it was old. No leather seats, no push to start, no tablet on the dash. I had to upgrade to match my new upgraded life, right? So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger. Cost me $450 a month. And we all know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. So by the time I paid all my bills for the month, I was broke. I couldn't travel anywhere. I couldn't save extra for 401k. I was broke. I couldn't even get my nails done. Robbing Patrice to pay Paula. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I was 23. I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government really wanted their money back. Everybody has student loans. The government is not playing with you. They want their money back. See, they'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They're not gonna send letters, they're not gonna call. They just want you to focus on getting a job. They'll talk business later. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they're sending letters to the house because they want you to submit your tax returns because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, no kids, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. They didn't care about how much my rent was. They didn't care about my car payment. They don't give a fuck. They want their money back. $400 a month. Like, that's a freaking car. What? They didn't tell me that in high school. They don't care. It's not up for negotiation. That's the price. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments. My credit was shot. 520. There goes my American dreams of home ownership until I fix that. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit. I have one last problem. I hated my job. See, college didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, listen, we don't judge. I grew up very sheltered, okay? So I was very naive in my early 20s. I thought everybody was all kind-hearted and nice, and that's what I believed. And in the interview, my supervisor told me that everyone was just one big old happy work family, and we all cared about each other, and it was all nothing but love, and we all want to do the best for each other. That's what they told me. So I went into the department thinking that's how that was. No. I learned that in corporate America, people are fake. They'll smile in your face. They'll do the potlucks for Thanksgiving and Christmas. They'll even come together and give you a birthday gift with their hard-earned money. They'll invite you out to happy hour. They'll text you. They'll even invite you to life milestones like baby showers and weddings. But they don't like you. And when they're ready to be promoted, everything that you said in confidence now ends up in your manager's email. And you are now on the most hated list in the department. I was miserable. I worked with all women, and I was the youngest one there. I was 23. My work sister was 31. That's what she called me. She said I was the little sister she never had. That's what she told me, and I believed her. And when she was ready to be promoted, because we both put in for it, She made sure to let everybody know what I said to her in confidence. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get a new job. Nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit. And I'm miserable at this job. For the first time in my entire life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. I wouldn't wish that feeling on my worst enemy. But I'm gonna give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. You can try and pray to God and ask him to help you and fix it for you, but it feels like he's not listening. It feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like it's not getting better because it feels like you're still miserable. You can try to have a positive mindset and be optimistic, but it feels like from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, it's nothing but negative ass shit. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. You can try to get a part-time job or work some overtime to get ahead of these bills and have a savings account, just have some breathing space. But just as soon as you start to save a little bit of money, something always comes up and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got to pay for that. It's always something. And no matter what you do, it feels like your life's not going to get no better. That's how trapped feels. And I felt trapped for 6 years. I used to pull up at that job, sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in. I used to take that job home with me. You ever did that? So what that means is these people have taken over your mind and you can't escape their toxic ways. So you are off the clock, you are at home, and instead of you enjoying time with your spouse, you are telling your spouse all the craziness that happened at work because you can't get them out of your head. They have stolen your peace. I couldn't even sleep anymore. I was so stressed. I started having anxiety. You know, I grew up a pretty happy child. I didn't have all of that stuff, and now I got anxiety. So it feels like butterflies that you can't seem to escape. To cope with all my depression and my anxiety and all the stress, I started drinking. I didn't know how else to cope. First, it was a few drinks a week just to calm my nerves. But it quickly spiraled out of control. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm even telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, you're already doing something hard. Crying every day because you're so unhappy right now is hard. Going to a job that drains your spirit is hard. And you live like that every day. And the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies back then. I didn't have any interests. So my life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, drink, sleep, repeat. Week after week, month after month, year after year. I used to think there was something wrong with me. That's depressing. Anybody whose life is like that is depressing. That's depressing ass shit. There's nothing wrong with you. That's depressing. But now, I get to get up every single day doing what I love. And that's the beauty of online businesses. See, you can monetize anything. Your idea is not stupid. Your idea is not far-fetched. There are people on these apps doing the darndest things. I don't have to convince you of this because you see it for yourself. How many times do you scroll on your For You page and you are flabbergasted at how much money somebody is making doing the craziest things? And you're sitting there scratching your head trying to figure out, how is that possible? Because it is. And because they decided to try. See, most of you guys aren't even willing to try because you have let fear convince you that you aren't even able to try. Fear is stealing your dream life from you. The life where you're living in peace, where you're not stressing about bills, where you get to get up every day doing what you love, when you have the freedom to spend with your family. Fear is stealing that from you. And you let it. And I want to say one more thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear. I hope that you realize if you work 8 hours or more, like how I did, you realize you spend more time with people at work that you don't even like than you do with your own family who loves you. Yes, you do. See, I literally worked 9 to 5. So what should have only been a 20-minute drive is an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, 8 hours at work, 1 hour lunch. That's 11 hours out of my day gone. It's gone. I'll never get it back. When you get home, you are exhausted. You are drained. You feel defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse, and they don't even get the best version of you because you're so stressed. You're not even happy. They don't even get that happy version of you. They get the version that's sad. You gotta put everybody to bed just to repeat it all over again the next day. Just look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what are you even looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked, so they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you have to do what you love. Sunday, not so much. Why? Because you have to prepare for the work week. So you gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta go to the grocery store, you gotta do laundry. And you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk come Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That's surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I do know this. The God that I serve, the God who made me, he loves me. He really does. And if he loves me so much, why would he put me on this earth to be miserable and crying every day? Why would he make me to not even be happy with the life that he gave me? Why would he make me for that? He didn't. That's not why he made me. He made me for a very special reason. And now I get to wake up every day doing what I love, helping women become their highest version. He made you for a very special reason too. Your life is worth more than bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job, making somebody else rich, while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet in your house. Your life is worth more than that. But somewhere on the journey of life, you lost your light. See, life has a tendency to life. Stress has a tendency to stress. And somewhere on that journey, you lost your light. It got dim. It got dark. And you're sitting here now believing that there's nothing special about you. That's not true. There's something very special about you. And you should monetize it. Imagine a life where you get to wake up every single day doing what you love and being in peace. But in order to do that, you are going to have to let go of the fear, because year after year, it steals your life from you that you cannot get back. You are only getting older, not younger. You will never be this age again. You have to let go of the fear. I believe that God gives us ideas. He plants seeds in our head. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. Why would God plant seeds in environments in your head that you could not harvest? Why would he give you an idea that you can't do? He doesn't. Everybody wants to say they walk with God until it's time to walk. You won't even listen. You won't even try. Because he probably gave you about 50,000 ideas last year and you didn't try not one. You didn't even try it. You can do this. But you're going to have to let go of the fear. Okay? Okay. Sales tip number 2. Good morning, good morning. Glad that we got that off of our chest. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our online business. But most importantly, we are building ourselves. We're building our mindset, because you're holding yourself back. Make sure you guys are taking notes. Remember, the key word of this live is execution. And the more we interact with this live, ladies, the more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people, okay? All right. Sales tip number 2. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy it. If they don't know you, not gonna buy it. And if they don't trust you, it's not gonna happen, okay? So how do we get people to like us? All right. In your content, remember, the content is how we're getting the word out. We're letting people know about our products and services and how we can help them, right? Okay. In your content, I need you to be relatable, and I need you to be authentic. Be relatable and be authentic. Ladies, people connect with people through emotions, okay? So you have to be relatable. You have to be authentic. In other words, you have to be yourself. See, you do yourself a disservice because you're always trying to be perfect with your content, failing to realize that you're not perfect. Nobody is. And so how can people connect with you if they're not perfect? They can't. It's impossible. So I need you to be yourself. Now, something else I realized on my journey, a lot of times we don't know how to be ourselves because we are always being who we think other people want us to be. That's got to stop. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know how to be relatable and authentic, 9 times out of 10, it's because you spend way too much time with other people. I need you to get comfortable with being yourself and being by yourself. I want you to start taking yourself out. You don't need your friends to go with you. I need you to start doing more things by yourself. Because when you do that, you start to find who you really are. What things do you like? So if that's something that you're struggling with, that is my advice for you. Now, some of y'all are just camera shy. Okay, fine. I want you to practice just being in front of the camera. Just recording yourself for 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there, multiple times a day, not to pose, just to be in front of the camera. because it may be hard for you to be relatable and authentic because you're camera shy, and so you're just nervous. So we're gonna take care of that anxiety by being in front of the camera more often. The more we do that, the more comfortable we get. Now, when we are recording our videos, it flows naturally because you're comfortable in front of the camera. Okay? Even if you're faceless, I want you to practice recording yourself. Everybody wants to be faceless until they say, I hate my voice. We gotta practice just being in the audio. Just recording yourself, holding the phone and just recording yourself, just talking. That's how you get out of that, okay? And don't let fear take over and say, well, Jazz, what if nobody likes me? That's impossible. That's impossible because there's 8 billion people in this world, okay? Somebody is bound to like you. And I used to be fearful of that too, okay? I forgot that when you post your content, you guys, it goes everywhere, all over the world. And I'm not telling you that to scare you. I'm telling you that so you can realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. Ladies, there are people all over the world who need you. You have the solution to their problem. But you won't get out of your head. What if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live? Well, then those of you guys watching wouldn't have been able to find this live because I would have been letting fear take over and I wouldn't have went live at all. Then I wouldn't have been able to help you. I have women join Glow Up Academy from all over the world. Germany, Australia, Jamaica, Canada. I'm in the US. I ain't been in none of them places. And I was able to help them all because I had a solution to their problem. So please, just post the videos and stop overthinking everything. Great day. I don't know, made you pop up on my For You page, but it was perfect timing. Yes, good morning, Gabrielle. So we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to know us? Okay, I need you to go live. And yes, you can still do this if you're faceless. Let me explain something to you. Nothing that I say excludes faceless creators. So don't think you're getting out of certain things because you're not showing your face. Absolutely not. You are still doing all of the things as a faceless creator. And that also includes going live. Going live is the best way to build your community because it allows you to promote, allows people to ask you questions and engage and interact. And it allows you to promote your products. Okay? Now, some of y'all are gonna be like, Jazz, that's great, but I don't wanna go live. And I'm just say, fine. Don't. I told you, I'm not gonna convince you of anything. If you don't wanna go live, don't go live. But let me just remind you, you also said you didn't wanna go to work. You said you hate it there and you're ready to leave. It amazes me how many people are willing to bust their ass at their job to make someone else rich, but they absolutely refuse to bust their ass to build wealth for themselves. You see people on these apps, especially on TikTok, all day, all night, selling. You see it for yourself. I don't care what time you go live, just go live. Now, some of y'all are like, well, I would go live, Jazz. I'm not against it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay. For my live shy ladies on here, and listen to me very closely. The only reason why you're live shy is just because you don't have enough experience going live. Okay, it's not because you suck at life and this isn't meant for you. No, you just don't have any experience. You might have did it once a year ago and you haven't done it since. Ladies, we have been on this live for 98 minutes. 98 minutes. And if you're still here, that lets me know that you trust what I'm saying to be true. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. Everything that you do over and over and over again, you always get better. You've proven that to be true in your own life. Believe it or not, you didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to read and write, but you do that just fine now. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You did not always know how to drive. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. So Just imagine if we consistently went live. Huh. Can't make this up. He said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? All right. Ladies, there is a reason why I am telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock somewhere, but most people work extremely hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, well, then you are going to have to be trustworthy. Thank you. Which means you are going to have to be consistent. You don't have a choice. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, sit this out and take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? So first, what we need to do is remove the ego and the pride. Some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing anyone can teach you that you don't already know. Fine. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you want to believe you know everything and then some, fine. Now, for those of you guys who can remove ego and pride, and you know there's room for growth and improvement, I am talking to you. We're going to go to our profile and we're going to ask ourselves some questions. And we have to be honest. Please write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't ever forget that. Now, ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how can you help people? I also need you to ask yourself this, you gotta be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix anything that is not giving you the results that you want. Whether that's in life, whether that's in business, whether that's in the relationships that you keep close to you, anything that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix. So if it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, then fix it and make it clear so when people go to your profile, they know what they're getting into. You just choose not to fix it. I already know that I'm not the coach for everybody. I have accepted that. Because believe it or not everybody wants the truth. They just want to continue doing what they're doing and complaining about it. I'm not here for that. So if you don't want the truth, it's time for you to go ahead and leave. Because I'm about to get real with you. Every day you have a choice. You can either choose to fix it and change, or you can choose to stay the same and complain. If you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. Go live consistently. You just choose not to because you would rather do something else. If you are camera shy, fix it. I already told you how. Just be recording yourself consistently in front of the camera. You just choose not to. You choose to make excuses. If you are lacking confidence, fix it. I already told you how. Just keep the promises that you make to yourself. But again, you choose not to. These are choices that you make every day. And you're so used to making those choices, you don't even realize that you always have a choice. See, a lot of us live in a trapped mindset. And you think how things are today is how it's going to always be, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to fix your circumstances. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. You are not trapped. And a lot of times we've been living in a trapped mindset for so long, you don't even realize you're living in one. See, I used to live in a trapped mindset too. Remember I told you I thought I was trapped at that 9 to 5 that I hated so much. I was never trapped. It felt like it because I had a trapped mindset. But I was never trapped. See, I could have just moved back home with my mom. I chose not to. Because I got comfortable having my own place. I could have just quit that job and got a few part-time jobs. I chose not to. Because I got comfortable with the status quo. I got comfortable with Monday to Friday, weekends off, holidays off. I got comfortable with being able to say, I make $60,000 a year. I could have just let the bank come and repossess my car and just fix my credit later. I chose not to. I chose to do all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my life, which was leave. I chose to complain. I chose to vent. I chose to throw pity parties and feel sorry for myself. I chose to make excuses. I chose to procrastinate. I chose to do everything except fix it. Leave. Because I had a trapped mindset. I was never trapped. See, some of y'all recognize that you are living in a trapped mindset, but you have convinced yourself that you just need more information so that you can untrap yourself. So if you just watch more YouTube videos and watch more TikTok lives and archive more posts, then you'll have all the information that you need so that you can fix it. But what if I told you you are not lacking information? You have more information than you even know what to do with because you are always on social media. You have already archived all of the posts. You have watched your favorite influencer 50 times this morning. You've already taken all the notes. You have notebooks full of words. You are not lacking information. You are lacking implementation because you don't execute shit. And that's why I made the keyword of this live execution, because you're not doing that. You are the woman who consistently talks about what she's going to do, but you never do it. You are the woman who has excuse after excuse as to why it can't get done. You are the woman who's always talking about Mondays and tomorrows and next years. That is you, failing to realize that you are the problem. It is you. You are choosing to do all of the things except the one thing that will change your life. Fix it. Change. Stop doing it. But you choose not to. Because you have gotten comfortable. There is no growth in your comfort zone. You are going to have to change. Because the version of you that you want to become, the one who is confident, who's sticking to the promises she makes, who's building her business, who doesn't care what people think, who's not living in fear, she's on the other side of your excuses. She's outside of the comfort zone. She's not living in the comfort zone. That's not where she is. But every year that you refuse to change, is another year that fear steals your dream life from you. And you know what's really crazy? We don't even realize how entitled we have become in society. Because a lot of us, and I used to be guilty of this too, feel entitled to time. So you have convinced yourself that you have all the time in the world to do it later. Failing to realize time is not guaranteed. Who told you that you'll be here 6 months from now? Who told you that? Who told you that you'll be here in 5 years? Where did you get that? But instead of you living life to the fullest now with the time that you do have, you choose to waste it. You'll scroll, you'll watch movies, you'll entertain friendships that don't pour back into you. Time is the most valuable asset that you have. It is not money. You can always get money back, but you will never get back time. You will never get it back. And I don't have to convince you of this because you do this every day. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, I cannot believe it is 7:42 a.m. Wow. I cannot believe it is already 2026. Wow, I cannot believe it's Friday. Wow, I cannot believe I am already 35 years young, or whatever age you are. How often do you do that? Because if you're like me, you probably do it often, daily, multiple times a day. So you already see for yourself how fast time is moving. You see it for yourself, and you still choose to waste it. You make that choice every day. And my question is, how much longer do you want to keep doing that? Because as you already see, it's not getting you anywhere. The content is still not contenting. The sales ain't sales and the business is not businessing. The confidence is -50. The self-respect is out the door. You let people talk to you crazy and you talk even crazier to yourself. You have no self-respect whatsoever. You are always giving up on yourself before you even get started, and you keep letting fear steal your life. So how much longer? How much longer? Because you are getting older. You are not getting younger. And you will never be this age again. And you will never get these moments back. You are gonna have to change. Because there are things about you that do not align with who you want to become. That version of you that is confident, who loves herself, who believes in herself, who respects herself. That version, the one who doesn't care what others think, who doesn't feel bad for putting herself first and not telling people no. That version, she's already within you, but she's buried under the excuses and the procrastination. And you're never gonna get to that version of yourself if you don't change. You gotta change. You're gonna have to change. One of the toughest pills that I had to swallow on my own journey. This is tough. This is tough. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Yeah. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. When I heard that, that bruised my fragile ego, because for the longest time, I never wanted to take responsibility for the actions that I played in my own life. And I would always blame everything and everyone else before me. And I did not want to believe that I was the reason why I was broke. I didn't want to believe that. I didn't want to believe that I was the reason why I wasn't getting stuff done. I didn't want to believe that. See, I told you guys I had really bad spending habits. But I had convinced myself that the reason why I can't get ahead and pay my bills on time is because I don't make enough money at this 9 to 5. And I figured I just needed to make more money. Okay. Quit my job, built my online business, making more money than I ever could have imagined, and still living paycheck to paycheck. How the hell is that possible? Because, ladies, your problems don't just fix themselves. They just get worse. My spending problems got worse because as I made more, I just spent more because I didn't have financial literacy. I didn't have a budget. I didn't know how to tell myself no. Whatever I wanted, I bought, and I just worried about it later. I had to fix it. I was the reason why. I had to change. Now, some of y'all might be like, Jazz, girl, I hear you, you're right, but I did the math 50 times. It ain't mathing. I'm really broke. Okay. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Let me tell you why. Times have been hard. This did not happen last night. Food prices, rent prices, gas prices have been on the rise for years. And every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched that ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok account last month. You would be building your community today. And what do we say? Our community are the people who buy our products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to procrastinate. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that will change your life, which is change. And until you do that, nothing for you will. You are the reason why. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You are the reason why. You are going to have to fix it. There are things about you that do not align with who you want to become. And listen, I am not perfect at all. I am flawed as hell. This version of me that y'all see today is a reflection of the changes that I made. I'm a complete 180. I got tired of my own BS too. I had to change. I lost 100 pounds. Kept it off for 3 years so far. All I did was eat less and move my body. Change my mindset. I used to make excuses. I was the queen of excuses. I had an excuse for the excuse. That had to change. I used to procrastinate. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just do it later. But later never showed up. Just wasting time that I'll never get back. I used to be my biggest bully to myself. Oh, I know you can relate to this. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. No self-love whatsoever. No self-respect whatsoever. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. And then I would joke about it to other people. Oh, you know I'm stupid. That's not fucking funny. That's not funny. That's not cute. That's how I used to talk to myself. How could I run a successful business when I'm calling myself stupid all the time? I couldn't. That had to change. Let me tell you this. Your internal world always reflects your external world. So if you got external chaos, I know for a fact you got chaos in your mind. If you talk to yourself crazy, I know for a fact you got people in your real life talking to you crazy. Oh yeah. All that has to change. If you don't even have boundaries for yourself, I know for a fact you let people walk all over you and treat you all types of way. I already know, because that's how you treat yourself. That has to change. You cannot keep talking to yourself like you don't have no sense. I need you to have self-respect. One of the biggest lessons, one of the biggest distractions that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, that problem would have just fixed itself. No. Ladies, your problems don't just magically fix themselves. You have to fix it or it just gets worse. It got worse. See, when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, now I'm home. I quit during COVID. Everything is shut down. I had nothing but time to distract, to drink. And I took full advantage. See, I quit my job on a whim. I didn't have any money saved up. I just bought a house 6 months prior. But I've been there for 6 years. I was fed up. I was turning 30 in a few months. And I was like, you know what? I'm not taking this bullshit into my 30s. I quit. Put in my 2-week notice. I was out. And I believe God planted the seed and told me, Jazz, the time to quit is now. He had been knowing I wanted to quit for years. He told me the time is now. And see, the plan was to live off of my stimulus. Now, I don't have any kids, so I didn't have much. Okay, I only had about $2,000 to my name. But I figured I could make something work, right? I could probably pay a couple of things, stretch some things out, and build my business, and then my business can just take over from there, and everything will just be smooth sailing. It'll get figured out. That was the plan. So I'm at home trying to build my business, doing all the things that you probably do, watching the TikTok coaches, watching all the YouTube videos, taking all of the notes, but it's not working. Nobody's watching my content. Nobody's buying my stuff, and I'm running out of money. I convinced myself I was doing everything that I could because it can't be me. I'm not the problem. Jasmine is never the problem. It's always somebody and something else. I convinced myself that I was being productive when in fact I wasn't, because I was always drunk. I wasn't doing what I was taught. I wasn't executing anything. I was drunk. So I started blaming the algorithm. It's not me. It's the algorithm. How can people watch my stuff if YouTube won't even push the video? I started getting pissed off at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. You told me the time was now, and I'm running out of money. I already made a payment arrangement with my lights. If I don't meet that deadline, they will cut the lights off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're gonna start the process of foreclosure on a house I haven't even been in for a whole year. I am stressed and I am pissed off. I didn't want to admit that I'm the reason why it's not getting done. I didn't want to admit that I had a drinking problem. Who wants to say that out loud? I felt embarrassment and shame and guilt. My ego wouldn't let me. So I continued to lie to myself. I convinced myself that as long as I don't start drinking until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because see, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So if I wait till around 11 a.m., even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with alcohol, not a problem. So there's nothing to talk about. I told you, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But eventually, you hit a brick wall. Eventually, you can't keep running from yourself because God is going to force you to sit down and listen. I noticed that a lot of times we don't want to listen to God. See, I believe God is within you. Okay, so I have God within me, you have God within you. He's not at the church though. Okay, he's within you. So those ideas that you get, I believe those are seeds that God planted and told you that you could do. That gut, that intuition that you feel, I believe that's God trying to warn you that something's not right. But again, I notice we don't really want to listen to God. We say we do. It sounds good in conversation and it sounds good on paper, but our actions don't align. We don't want to listen. Because if you wanted to listen, let me ask you this. How many ideas did God give you last year that you just completely ignored? If you really wanted to listen, let me ask you this. How many times did you go against your gut just to find out later you were right? We never want to listen. But eventually, God is going to make you listen. And I'll never forget, I was sitting on my bed, just crying, just stressed. I was like, they're about to take my house. I'm about to lose my house. And God asked me, he said, Jazz, what are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I had been. He was like, the opportunity is literally right here in front of you. And you're wasting it. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing what we've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you gonna fix it? Are you going to change? I decide to fix it. I decide to change. I decide to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. But since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My content started getting views. My platform started growing. I started making sales. All because I decided to change. I started to feel so good about myself. I started saying nice things to myself like, Jazz, you're amazing. Jazz, you're so smart. That's how I started talking to myself. I never felt good about myself. But for the first time in my life, now I feel good. I started to have confidence that I never had before. All because I decided to change. See, ladies, what I didn't always realize, and what most people don't, in order to get something, you are gonna have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give something up. Ladies, you cannot have both. No, you cannot. in order for me to get the business that I had been begging God to give me, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up fear. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave all those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. God gave me everything I asked for and more, all because I decided to change. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year to replace the job that I had. And I even started negotiating that. I said, Lord, if you can help me make $45K, just help me get out of this job. I will cut the cable off. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Shit, I don't even know 10 people. He gave me 110,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. I thought that was pretty much like 1 million. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling sorry for myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was back then didn't align with who I am today. The version of me that's showing up, who's confident and consistent, who loves herself, who respects herself, who prioritizes her needs, who has boundaries, who doesn't let people disrespect her, that version of me was always within me. However, this version was buried under fear. It was buried under limiting beliefs. It was buried under people pleasing. I was holding myself back, and I was never going to become this version until I changed. I had to change. But when I changed, my whole life changed. See, God already has our blessings for us. He designed you for them. But the problem is, He also gives us free will. So you can do whatever the hell you want to do. You can waste however much time you want. But until you change, until you listen, until you become obedient, He's not going to give you the blessings that He has for you. We delay our own blessings. So if you want to drag it out 5 more years, go right ahead. Want to take it out to 20? The choice is yours. But He will not budge until you change. You are going to have to change. And fine. Maybe change is hard. Your feelings are valid. Maybe change is hard. But the life that you're currently living is also hard. Crying every day because you're unhappy right now is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Not even believing that you're worthy of happiness is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Consistently giving up on yourself because you don't even think you're good enough is hard. Been there. I've done that. I know. I live both hearts. And I will always choose this one. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with happiness. This hard comes with confidence. You can be anything that you want. You can have it all. But you're gonna have to change. Because you are holding yourself back. You gotta let go of the fear. You gotta change. For those of you guys who want to change, now I want to help you. Now I can only help people who want it. And respectfully, that's the only reason why I'm here. Like, I can't help those who don't want it. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the way it's going, then respectfully just keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, then don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change it, then I want to help you. See, inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch. Whatever you want, I'll teach you. You want to monetize your platforms and get paid for views like how I do on all of my platforms? Fine, I'll teach you. It's inside. Maybe you do want to sell a digital product. You want to sell an ebook or an e-course. Maybe you want a private community. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to do TikTok shop, TikTok affiliate. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. Every single thing that you need to be successful online for your online business is inside Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, I am also going to teach you how to build yourself. Together inside Glow Up Academy, you and I are going to build your confidence. You and I are going to build your discipline. Yeah. You and I are going to build your accountability. Together, you and I are going to build your consistency. We're going to create new standards for you. We're going to create boundaries for you. We are going to transform you so that you can finally become the version of yourself that you already know you want to be. Glow Up Academy is not just the space where we build our business. It's the space where we build ourselves. See, some of you guys still want to hold on to the narrative. I just need more information, Jazz. That's not true. Because I could tell you exactly how to monetize your YouTube channel in 4 months, how I did on both of mine, and how some of my students have done, but you're not gonna do it because you don't even believe you're worthy of success. We have to fix it. So let's fix it together. See, I could tell you exactly how to run TikTok lives, how you can make money online, how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other TikTok creators do, but you're not gonna do it if you care what people think. We gotta fix it. So let's fix it together. You don't have to hold yourself back anymore. And Glow Up Academy is the space where we fix it. Now, before I let you join Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time because believe it or not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product but no audience. Some people have an audience but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock into one. I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. Well, you might be spreading yourself too thin, and you're trying to create 50 ideas instead of locking in on one. So together, you and I are gonna build one. We're gonna take your most favorite idea and build that. And then when that one is flourishing, we'll reach back into the pile and build another. And some of you guys have no clue as to what you want to create, what you want to do, and that's fine. We'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join Glow Up Academy at one time overwhelms me. And I want to make sure I can pour into you the way that you deserve. So that's why I cap it at 10, okay? Something else, Glow Up Academy, I'm only wanting to help people who want it. I can't force change upon people who don't, okay? I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. And when that timer goes off, I am taking the link down. Women who know they want to change, they move. They listened, I resonated with them. That's who I'm here to help. I can't force change upon you. I can't force you to do this, and I don't want to. So when the timer starts, just move. You know who you are. One more thing. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're in, you are in forever, okay? There's no monthly subscriptions, there's no dues, it's one time and you're in forever. So you will always in forever have access to our live coaching calls on Thursday. You will always in forever have access to our Sunday resets, those are our book clubs. You will always have access to my inbox to ask any questions and to everything that's inside. Once you're in forever, okay? Before you leave off of my live, I need you to confirm to me that you received your emails. Sometimes you guys misspell, or the autocorrect will switch up some letters. Do not leave my live until you confirm that you received your email and that you have gained full access inside of Glow Up Academy, okay? If not, we'll fix it right here on live. That's my point, okay? And because it's lifetime access, I normally sell it for $5.97 and women buy it. 3 joined last night. But because you were here, you were present, you took notes, you asked questions, and most importantly, you promised me you were going to execute. I'm going to take the price down, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up so you can still get in on the discount for lifetime access, all right? For the 10 minutes that the timer is going, I will mark it down to $249. But once the timer goes off, ladies, we're done, okay? So just move. Stop what you're doing and just lock in, okay? The word is getting out and Glow Up Academy is growing every single day, all right? I'm gonna show TikTok how to join first and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you have to leave my sorry, it's YouTube. Click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Now this TikTok right here, this is my main one. So my profile does not look like this, but the link is still the same, okay? You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ right here in the bio. You can click on this red button right here that says open. And you will click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who follows through. It's already marked down to $249 and it will stay $249 for 10 minutes. Scroll down, feel free to read all of my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. Ladies, please quadruple check that because what you put in is where it's going. So that's sometimes the autocorrect gets you, okay? So please make sure you check that, all right? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up and then click where it says Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, literally, you should see that first email from Stan. If you do not get it, that's because there was a spelling mistake, but we'll take care of it right here on live. So that's why I need you to confirm to me that you received your email so that I know what I gotta fix, okay? Everybody needs to make sure they got everything before we leave off of here, okay? To YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are just a little bit different. You're gonna leave the live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel. You're gonna click on my bio where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you click on this red button, or excuse me, this top button that says Glow Up Academy. And then here we are, same thing. Become the woman who follows through. It's already marked down to $249 lifetime access. Scroll all the way down, feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address, Afterpay or Klarna, and then click start my glow up, okay? And again, within 30 seconds, you should be seeing that email from Stan. Now, because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, you will be receiving a second email from me that says Jasmine Spencer. That is me, okay? Because I am adding you guys inside manually so that you do not get any monthly subscription fees, okay? So that's why there's that second email coming. That's why I need you to confirm to me that you received your emails, okay? Now, once you are inside, let me pull it up so you guys can see. As soon as I get off of live, I start talking to you guys inside of Glow Up Academy. Hold on, let me set my timer. Okay, the timer has started. All right, I start talking to you inside of Glow Up Academy. Please make sure you respond to my message. I can't help you if I don't know what needs fixing, okay? So there's a inbox icon right here. You're gonna see a red one. I need you to click on that and respond to my message, please. Even if you don't have time to respond now, please make sure you respond before you go to bed so we can start fixing it together, okay? Please make sure you respond. Now, once you are inside, I want you to click on the classroom tab. Okay, here we go. I want you to start where it says start here, welcome and orientation, okay? I have a 7-day orientation for you. The videos are very short and to the point with a small homework assignment that's gonna get you closer to your goals. There's a reason why I have Glow Up Academy the way I have it set up. Ladies, I already know that you're capable of doing anything you put your mind to. I know this, and I don't have to know you to know that. But I need you to know that, okay? We have to start building our confidence, and we do that by building self-belief, by proving to ourselves not only can we start something, but we can finish it. The more times you prove to yourself that you can start and finish something, the more confidence you begin to build. And that is the confidence that will get you to your business, to your weight loss, whatever the goal is that you have for yourself. So that's why Glow Up Academy is structured like this. So please make sure you do it. And I need you to be checking in with me as well. I have all that in here, okay? Because I want to know what you're working on. Oh, you thought it was a game? No. We're locked in. We are going to fix it together. So this is why I need you to do it, so that we can fix it, okay? Now, once you do that, the beauty of Glow Up Academy is you choose your path. Not everybody's on the same journey. If you're ready to start your business, then I want you to go into the business building vault. This is particularly important for my ladies who do not know how to use Canva or don't have too much experience with it, because I literally walk you through how to customize, how to switch things up, how to operate Canva to get it to do what you need to do, okay? I also walk you guys, this is a video, so I'm sharing my screen with you, walking you guys through how to upload to your hosting site and how to use ChatGPT to get better prompts and all of the things, okay? So please make sure you do that. I also walk you through how to file your LLC, S Corp or C Corp, and how to build your business credit, okay? Maybe you have a product but you're not making sales yet, then I want you to go to the Marketing Mastery Vault. I walk you through how to create content, what things to make sure you're saying, when to say them, okay? And how to grow your audience on whatever platform you're trying to grow on, okay? If you want to work on your mindset, you don't just want motivation, but you want to be taught how to do it, how to stop people pleasing, how to set up your non-negotiables, how to build the confidence, go to the Mindset Motivation Vault, okay? If you want to focus on yourself this year, maybe you don't do that. You never put yourself first. And 2026 is the year that you're changing that. Then I want you to go to the Self-Care Vault. I walk you through how to tell people no without feeling bad, how to start pouring into yourself, okay? Maybe you want to grow your Instagram Vault, okay? If you want to grow your YouTube Vault. Thank you, Alyssa. If you want to grow your TikTok and sell on TikTok Vault. Maybe you're going through a breakup, whether it's a romantic or a friendship breakup, maybe it's a familial breakup, and you just haven't healed. Go to the Healing Vault, please. Ladies, the way we show up for ourselves day to day determines how we feel about ourselves. So if we feel badly about ourselves, we're showing up like that. But we gotta heal. We gotta heal. So if that's something that you're struggling with, please go there. And then for my faceless creators, if you wanna be faceless and grow your platforms faceless, 1000% doable. go to the Faceless Vault, okay? So you choose your path inside Glow Up Academy. And do not forget, on Tuesdays, we have our new member activation. So if you've joined within 7 to 14 days, you get access to that. And then we have our Thursday coaching calls, and then we have our Sunday book clubs, all right? Let me show you guys how to join again. And Tamira, please check your inbox and let me know if you received your email. You should have 2 emails. And Crystalline, please check. Crystalline, please check. Hello, hello, come on in. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, same thing here. Remember, TikTok number 1, that's my main one, so it don't look like this. You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. You're gonna click on this red button right here that says open. And then you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? And then it's 2:49, we have 5 minutes left. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna leave the live. You have to come to my YouTube channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then I want you to click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? Perfect, thank you, thank you. Let me know that you are in. Make sure, I want you to click on it. Make your account and click on it, please, just so I know that you are where you're supposed to be. Ladies, once you do confirm that you have the emails, I want you to create your Skool account and just get in now, okay? Because I want to make sure you're where you're supposed to be. You see everything on your end, and now we can just lock in, okay? So please don't leave. I know sometimes y'all be rushing, but again, I want to know that you are where you need to be. And also, please do not forget to check your email, or not your email, check your inbox inside, because I wanna know more about you, what you're struggling with, what have you tried, what have you not, all of the things. What are your ideas, okay? So please make sure you respond to that. We'll do a few more affirmations before we get off of here. It's okay to leave my comfort zone. Didn't we just talk about this? It is okay to leave my comfort zone. There's no growth in the comfort zone. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the longer you sit in that comfort zone, the longer you waste your time. You are gonna have to change. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. What did we say? Every single day, we're gonna commit to doing something just a little bit different than we did yesterday. Maybe yesterday you were full of excuses. How about today you don't make any? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you record a video? It's one time. It is one time. It is 2:49. Maybe yesterday you didn't drink any water. How about today we drink some water today? Every day we're doing something towards the goal. Click on click on the profile picture up at the top. Come to my profile. Click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click this red button that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Okay? All right, let me check. Yes. Okay, Amanda, let me send it now. All right. Can you check your email for me and confirm that you received the email from Jasmine Spencer? I'm still waiting on one more lady. You guys know I need to know that y'all got your emails. Y'all know how we roll, because some of y'all been on my live. So you already know how we roll. Please don't leave. I know some of y'all be rushing, but again, I just need a simple, I got my email, so that I know you got what you need and you're where you're supposed to be, okay? So please make sure you're doing that. I am confident in the decisions I make. I am confident in the decisions I make. Yes, you can use Afterpay or Klarna. Ladies, you've already gotten yourself this far. Obviously, you're doing something right. Stop doubting your abilities. I can't. It's confidence. It really is a confidence thing. It really is a confidence thing. Not believing in yourself. We got to change that. We've got to change it. And some people will say, oh, well, I am confident in myself. Yeah, but your actions show otherwise. You say you're confident in yourself, but you don't even put yourself first. You say you're confident in yourself, but you let people disrespect you. You say you're confident in yourself, but you disrespect yourself. Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, yes they do. I celebrate both my small and big achievements. I celebrate both my small and big achievements. Not only are we going to celebrate the big achievements, we're going to celebrate the small ones. Maybe this morning you woke up when the alarm went off. You didn't hit snooze. Good. Say, I'm proud of myself. Say something. Reaffirm yourself. This is how we change, ladies. This is how we change. There's a method to the madness. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. I believe in my ability, I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you don't, we got to fix it. We got to fix it. Okay, ladies, that was the timer. For those of you guys who joined, I'm hopping in now. For those of you guys who didn't, that was your choice. But let me just let you know this. If you sat on this live, it's because you knew something I said touched you. You believe something I said. Otherwise, you would have laughed. You're still here because you know I can help you. But the question isn't whether or not you want to join. The question is, do I want to change who I am? Because who would I be without my excuses? Who would I be if I became confident in myself? I don't know that version of myself. Well, I know this. When I end this live, everything that I say slowly starts to fade. And life moves right back into the direction it was going in. You stayed, you were activated, let's finish it. But the choice is always yours. But don't let this live be something that you forget. Okay? All right, thank you guys. I enjoyed y'all. Have an amazing Friday. For those of you guys who joined Globe Academy, I'm hopping in now. For those of you guys who didn't, that was your choice. And I will see you guys later. Bye, TikTok number 2.